Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about the ruler of the 8th house posited in the 1st house in a natal horoscope. Well, as most of you know, the 8th house rules transformation, regeneration, canine rule astrology, occult matters, investigation, inheritance, others' resources. And the 1st house is appearance, personality, the person's life outlook. And anyway, let me get started. Obviously, when you have the 1st house, in another house, involved in I guess you could say in a house ruler placement, obviously the person's going to really strongly feel, the qualities of the house that is not the 1st house. In this case, the 8th, transformation, regeneration, occult, astrological matters, even possibly inheritance may figure prominently in this person's life, and some of these things might actually even be paramount, with the exception of the inheritance thing, I would imagine. And a lot of these qualities can really show up and be inherent in this person's comes out, I guess, maybe in the first impression that others have. These things, these qualities that are connected with the 8th house may strongly come out, in a person when others first encounter or meet him or her. This person may come across to others as being very incisive. I guess you could say, possibly, even investigative, very intense. Somebody, that has, maybe certain qualities of the Scorpio, might be, have certain tenacity, and someone that shows, I guess you could say, resiliency or survivor qualities. And since you're talking about the 1st house and the appearance, some of these things, like say somebody, inheritance could even impact, maybe this person's appearance, or at least how they look to others as far as their expression. If this person, is somebody that, had a good inheritance, obviously they might, hit a point, spontaneously, where they became very affluent and, really started, dressing well, for example, and that could affect person's appearance, to some degree. And, somebody, that might have, thought they were going to inherit more or didn't, could show, some despondency in the person. And, I'm just saying this in some, remote examples. This could be true. One of the things that people might notice about this person is, as far as the possible, we could say the occult astrology interest, this could be something that this person may be enamored with and may come out, right at the first, maybe not initially at the very first meeting, or shortly after this person, meets others. They could show, the interest in these things that are connected with 8th house matters. This could be, a person that, is strongly, I guess you could say, others' resources. In this, could impact the person's, demeanor or outlook on life. Perhaps as other resources, say, if there's some kind of, spouse's books or, literature, even, for example, might read some things in it and maybe assimilate this knowledge, and might impact this person's, outlook, as an example. This could be, a person that, about being resilient and bouncing back from adversity. This could be, a person that, comes across to others as very strong in that regard, and somebody that, shows a certain inordinate willpower. And this could be, I guess we could say, a person that really, has, I guess you could say, as far as, the 8th house goes, this is somebody that may show a strong ability to reinvent, regenerate his or herself, and you know based on I guess their life or what have you, facing situations that if somebody, say this person is terminated from a job due to workforce reduction and tries to find a job perhaps in another area, this person may have a strong ability to be adaptable to this and quote unquote reinvent his or herself in this way, in this manner, and be able to work another job, just as diligently as the previous one, in a completely different field perhaps. So anyway, people, that will conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the ruler of the 8th house posited in the 1st house in the natal chart. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about the ruler of the 8th house in the 2nd house in the natal horoscope. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel, but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis on a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.